Hello! Welcome to Until My Batteries Expire. It is January 31st, 2025. I hope you have had a great first month of this new year. Belated Happy Lunar New Year to everybody. As you can tell from this thumbnail, this topic will be about wrestling, specifically about the Philippine promotion PUSO Wrestling. They will have their first live event tomorrow, February 1st, at the Mata Expo. Mata Expo is a convention devoted to raising awareness and assistance to the deaf, the unprivileged deaf, the ones with the hearing disability. PUSO Wrestling have had two live streamed wrestling shows. These are no audience, behind closed doors programs, but the Mata Expo will be their first live event in front of actual human beings. They will have two sets of matches throughout this event. The first set of matches will be at 11 o'clock, and the second will be after lunch at around 1:30. The inaugural PUSO Wrestling Champion, Maxx, he will compete in both sets of matches. For the 11 o'clock set of matches, he will be wrestling former inaugural MWF champion Robin Sane. And in the afternoon set, he will be teaming up with former PWR and MWF champion Jake De Leon. They will join forces against ang Bahay ng Liwanag, Aaron and Solomon. I have said in a previous post that I would not be surprised to see Maxx wrestle a former main champion during his title reign. Now, for purposes of clarity, a main champion in this context is defined as the wrestler won the top championship of a wrestling promotion. So, in terms of the Philippine professional wrestling landscape, we have former main champions such as Robin Sane, Fabio Makisig, and Jake De Leon. All three men have been former MWF champions. And for Jake De Leon's case, he was also a former PWR champion. PUSO Wrestling has made appearances at various conventions last year. However, Mata Expo will be the first time that the promotion and its talent will be competing outside of their home base of the Brawl Pit in Quezon City. This is a good opportunity for PUSO Wrestling to demonstrate modern Philippine professional wrestling to an audience outside of their usual fan base. Going back to the matches, PUSO Wrestling Champion Maxx will be heavily featured throughout this excursion. He will be wrestling in two matches. One of them is against former MWF champion Robin Sane. Personally, I would like to see this as a title defense. Though I understand, people responding with, well, why should this be a title match? Who has Robin Sane beaten lately? What has Robin Sane's win-loss record lately? And while Robin Sane lost several matches in 2024, they were all tightly contested matches. He really took it to his opponent, and it just so happened that there was an opening at the wrong time for Robin Sane, and that's the results he got. That's the results he got in 2024. If Maxx versus Robin Sane at Mata Expo isn't a title match, then at the very least, it can be a title eliminator match, which means that if Robin Sane defeats Maxx at Mata Expo, he would logically have the right to challenge Maxx for the title because he's proven he could beat the guy. Robin Sane will be Maxx's first one-on-one match since Maxx became PUSO Wrestling Champion in November 2024. Maxx's other match at Mata Expo will be seeing him teaming up with Jake De Leon. They will be joining forces against ang Bahay ng Liwanag, Aaron and Solomon. There's a lot of intrigue behind this match. Aaron Liwanag and Main Maxx were the finalists of the PUSO Wrestling Championship Tournament, the same tournament which Maxx won to become the inaugural champion. This tag match will be the first time both men will be facing each other since that tournament final. This will also be the first time that Main Maxx will officially be in a match with Jake De Leon. Jake De Leon is known as Mr. Philippine Wrestling. 2024 was arguably the best year of his wrestling career. He got to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. to a draw. A draw! That's almost unheard of. He got to wrestle in Japan for the first time. Got to wrestle in Korakuen Hall. He got to wrestle in Singapore. He got to wrestle a bunch of quality wrestlers from different parts of the world. And Jake De Leon's incredible 2024 started when he dumped Main Maxx in a proverbial ditch in December of 2023. Really quick recap. Jake De Leon and Main Maxx were once part of the same faction in what was known as MWF. The faction got into a tussle with the then MWF champion, Fabio Makisig, and it escalated to the point where Jake and Max's faction got into a tag team elimination match with Fabio Makisig and several of his friends and allies. The match came in two stages. The first stage was that one team had to eliminate everybody from the opposite side. Second stage, the survivors of the winning team would then fight amongst themselves. The winner, the sole survivor, would then be the MWF champion. Well, the faction which Main Maxx and Jake De Leon belong to, Oro Plata Mata, they defeated everybody on the other side. Maxx and Jake De Leon were the final two survivors of that elimination stage. So they wrestled each other for the MWF championship. And then everyone in Main Max's faction, they all turned on him, beat him down, and left him in a broken heap in the middle of the ring so that Jake De Leon can become MWF champion. That betrayal by his former faction spurred Main Maxx to go all out in 2024. He went on the warpath, and it led to him becoming the first ever PUSO wrestling champion. Mind you, in this modern era of Philippine professional wrestling, only a handful of people have become the main champion of a Philippine wrestling company. Maxx was able to do that. However, aside from one or two post-match altercations, Jake De Leon and Main Maxx have never been booked in a match since December of 2023. This tag match at Mata Expo is the first time they will be sharing the ring together officially in a match. The fact that Main Maxx and Jake De Leon are teaming up for Mata Expo shows that Maxx is at least willing to work with De Leon. And I'm assuming as the face of PUSO Wrestling, as the champion, Maxx has some say on who he is willing to team up with for his matches. But Mr. Philippine Wrestling Jake De Leon has already stabbed Maxx in the back and dumped him in the ditch to get what he wants. And as Mr. Philippine Wrestling, why shouldn't Jake De Leon, who is a former two-time PWR champion, a former two-time MWF champion, why shouldn't Jake De Leon set his sights on becoming PUSO Wrestling Champion, adding that title to his hardware collection? By comparison, Main Max's interactions with Aaron Liwanag have been more straightforward. Aaron has been honest with his intentions towards Main Maxx in the lead up to their title match. Main Max's matches at Mata Expo could potentially shape the trajectory of his 2025. I, unfortunately, will be unable to attend Mata Expo, but I am looking forward to the results of this match. So if you're watching this video and you are fortunate enough to be at the convention. I hope you hit me up with details as to what happened. And with that, thank you for your time.